When it comes to crypto airdrops, there's oftentimes a lot of different ways you can qualify depending on the type of airdrop that it is. Some of these require you to run different nodes. Some of these are engaging in their testnet. You may have to actually deploy some capital to be able to earn points. And some of these are simple to the point where you just have to be active in their Discord and social media posts. But in today's video, we're going to be looking at 8 unique crypto airdrops that are in the DePIN space. DePIN stands for Decentralized Physical Infrastructure Networks, which are really, really unique because this is something that uses actual physical infrastructure, whether that is your GPU, whether that's storage, maybe it is data, or you're sharing bandwidth, something to that degree. These are all super unique in their own right. And we're going to talk about how you can participate early before their TGE and be eligible for an airdrop. All 8 of them in today's video. All links will be down below, and I'll outline the chapters. So if maybe you've heard about one of these projects already, you can skip to the next one. That said, if you're new here, my name is Alex. Talk about crypto, crypto news, crypto passive income. If you enjoy content like that, consider subscribing. If you enjoyed this video, smash up a like. Without further ado, let's end the video. Now, before we dive into all these projects, I want to give a brief disclaimer saying that all of these are DePIN projects. That means they require actual physical resources. That what DePIN stands for, Decentralized Physical Infrastructure Network. So they may require using your resources on your computer, may require using resources on your phone, or may require an external device that provides that data. So as we dive into this, some of these are completely free. Some of these do have a cost. And typically those things that do have a cost are oftentimes more rewarding. So something to always consider, especially when you look at, just general, when you look at trading perp dexes and some of the airdrops, by actually committing your capital, there's more rewards than just simply posting content about it, which is free. So things that cost typically are rewarded a lot heavier. So first project we're going to be talking about is called Nubila. Nubila is a decentralized weather oracle protocol. What essentially that means is Nubila has these weather stations. I have been running mine for months. This is just the box. I have mine installed outside. And essentially it gives you local data. Right now I've accumulated about 1.3 million points with the hardware device. I'm very, very excited about the upcoming TGE. But the main 2 use cases for something like Nubila is in both prediction markets and in insurance. Now, I want to very briefly, for those of us in the United States, when you look at your car insurance, what we started to see a lot more often is car insurance providers asking you to download an app or install a small device on your vehicle so they can get more data about your driving. And oftentimes they give you a discount if you sign up for that program, 5%, 10%, whatever it is. But that gives you a lot more localized data and saves you money on your insurance plan. Same thing kind of happens with the weather aspect, where localized weather data can offer a lot more opportunities to weather insurance companies. So there's a huge industry in that aspect as a whole from having a lot more up-to-date local data. But you also have prediction markets. We've seen Polymarket grow very fast. We've seen Kalshi. We've seen a bunch of prediction markets out there, Limitless. And one of the biggest markets is actually weather. A lot of people like to predict what the weather will be like, certain temperatures out there. And that is about $100 million current prediction market. So a lot of use cases for something like the likes of Nubila. And when you look at the growth, they recently just raised to a total now of $10.5 million from both seed and pre-seed rounds. This is one that I think has a lot of opportunities. And there's 2 aspects to Nubila. Now, I talked about this one a long time ago on my other channel. And those who got the Marco devices are already earning towards the airdrop. Now, the other thing that is currently available when it comes to Nubila is the validator nodes. So there's different nodes and there's different reward structures based on those nodes. So you have the Nubila Marco, which is a hardware device, which is, you can see here, there's a bundle. Me personally, I'm not getting the bundle. I just wanted one device to at least get a bit of diversification in the protocol. But you also have the different type of nodes. The different type of nodes also have different reward mechanisms built into them. So for example, if you're going to look at a cloud node, it's going to give you some of the details of what this looks like and some of the benefits that come with it. So you can see the nodes and the tokens that you would earn for this through the protocol. So if you want to learn more a little bit about this, so you can see here it earns SNubi, which can be converted into Nubi once the TGE event occurs. Now you can self-host this node as a service, or you can run it through something like NodeOps, which we've covered before in the past. So either way, you have the opportunity to either get a hardware device or the cloud node. Right now, the cloud node's a lot newer, a lot less people involved compared to the 20,000 plus hardware devices installed around the world. The nodes themselves are going to be a lot more rewarding now, leading up to the airdrop. So if you want to get in, you can do that. I'll have a link to this down below. This is one of the few that actually does require a bit of hardware to be getting involved in the protocol. Now, the other is 375 AI. Now, I've been participating in 375 AI also for a very long time. And in fact, we are getting ready for the airdrop. So you can actually check your eligibility if you've already have the 375 AI app. You can go down and in fact, if you scroll down, I don't know if the camera is going to show it, but essentially you can scroll down here and then you're going to connect and enter your wallet that you've been claiming 375 AI through. Now I've been involved with 375 AI. If you look here, I've been involved for quite a while. So this is a protocol that I've been involved in for a very long time, very excited about, but it's one that has still a lot of opportunity. TGE has not yet occurred, and they recently just also raised $10 million. They had an ICO round of where the token was about 7.5 cents for the ICO. We expect that probably to be a little bit higher once the TGE occurs. Definitely want to check out, and it is completely free. That is the beauty behind it. You can run it off of an Android, you can run it off of iOS, but this is based off of localized data and requires you to be in different hexes. So essentially you map out in different hexes that other people haven't gone to, and you're able to earn testnet rewards for that. So highly recommend that you check out 375 AI. And one of the things, the closer you get to the data, the more valuable it is. And so that's the whole idea behind 375 AI is the first decentralized edge data intelligence network. So you're getting as close to the data as possible. That makes it a lot more valuable. And hence that is what 375 AI is all about. Now, the next project is called Dawn. Now, Dawn is both hardware related and you can have a free version. Now, the unique thing behind this is with purchasing the hardware, there's a full detail on what the black box is, but there are a couple of different details behind this. There's different sizes of this as well. The bigger size, obviously, that significantly more expensive, but you also get points with the purchase. So you enter your Dawn validator extension referral code at checkout, and you can get up to 519,800 reward points. So there are some incentives and benefits to getting the hardware device, but obviously not everybody has $2,600 laying around. And this is technically like a pre-order. These are going to be coming in, starting shipping in Q4 of 2025. Now, the benefit behind this is you also have a free version of this as well. So you can get the validator extension and you can run that simply as a validator Chrome extension. Very simple, free, most importantly, and you can also earn points that way. But realize the vast majority of the points are going to be awarded to those who actually invest the capital. And these are some really impressive partners that they have as far as supported partners. We're going to be talking about Pipe Network, storage protocol, Helium, kind of self-explanatory, and Archium, a protocol that we talked about a couple of weeks ago within the privacy sector. So a lot of opportunities with the likes of Dawn. It is free if you want it to be, and it can also be very expensive if you want it to be. Just depends on how involved you want to be in the protocol. Now, Grass is one that already technically has, well, not technically, it already has a token. But there's a lot of speculation about future airdrops when it comes to Grass, because now they've split off the two different reward systems with Grass. So you get Grass points by being online uptime. You get actually a multiplier if you have it on a mobile device outside of just running a desktop node. But there also is a network points calculator that allows you not only to earn uptime points, but also network points when your bandwidth is actively used by the Grass network to power web data requests. So if you go into your Grass dashboard, this is mobile, this is desktop, completely free. This is one I've been involved in for a very, very long time. And I was able to participate in the very, very early airdrop as well. So if I pull this up here, it's going to show up my Grass node here. Epoch 12, I have 1.58 million points. This is one I've been involved in for a very, very long time. But I don't have it running on this computer. I have it running on another one, so this is still having to update. So Grass, highly recommend. The token is already out, but there is a lot of speculation about future airdrops. So maybe stay tuned in for that one. If you don't have, the beauty behind a lot of these is you can run Chrome extensions, and there's not really a limit to Chrome extensions, but you can have a lot of these that are Chrome extensions all running on the same device. So you have one computer that I have sitting over here running like 10 different protocols, and it's not something that's impacting your main computer. So I have a specialized computer essentially set aside for running some of these DePIN protocols that are completely free to run and operate. Now, moving on to DePIN. DePIN is also one that you can get in early pre-mining airdrop points. This is also another Chrome extension, very simple to use, very simple to operate and download. Kind of similar to the degree of Grass. Some of these are, as far as decentralized AI, being able to share some of your bandwidth, share some of your infrastructure for certain different tasks that are being completed. So DePIN, fairly simple to understand. I'll leave a link to it down below if you want to check it out. But it is just kind of like Grass. Download Chrome extension and you're good to go. Now, the next one is called Acurast. Now, Acurast is one I've been involved for a long time as well. I don't know if I have, let me see if I can pull it up here. So I have it on both my phone and I had it on another Android. But right now, I've been involved in Acurast for a long time. I have a lot more points than what is currently on this phone, as I have it on long time for an Android. But there is a TGE coming for the likes of Acurast November 10th. So we're still a little ways away from this, but there's still a lot of opportunities in this protocol. This is completely free to run on iOS or on Android. What you see is a lot of Acurast phone farms. If you just type in Acurast phone farms, you can see a lot of people very dedicated to this protocol who are probably going to be very, very rewarded once the airdrop does occur. But Acurast has grown tremendously. There's almost 143,000 phones currently onboarded, and all of these have some kind of compute capabilities. So it's very, very interesting to see the likes of cell phone farming, cell phone mining being able to be available. And the beauty behind it is completely free. And I think that is the big takeaway. So if you're running 375 AI, you could also be running the likes of Acurast all on the same phone. So it's a win-win situation there. Now, moving on to the last couple of projects is Pipe Network. Pipe Network is a decentralized CDN that is refining data delivery. So more focus also on the side of bandwidth and sharing of that bandwidth. This is very simple to set up, simple to operate. So no hardware, no tickets, very, very simple to use. And essentially you launch a POP node, point the traffic at Pipe, and then you also can get rewarded for that. This is a little bit more on the complicated, I wouldn't say complicated side, but a little bit more involved, a little bit more that you have to do to run one of these. I'll have a tutorial for those that do want to check this out. By the way, I also have a free Discord where I'll be posting a lot of this content as well, that if you want to see some of these tutorials that aren't very appealing to most people when it comes to YouTube, some of these a little bit more dedicated, a little bit more involved, I'll drop that link in the Discord and that video as well. But this is one. Also in the DePIN space, potential airdrop opportunity. You get in early, you provide your resources, and you have the opportunity to earn rewards. Now, last but definitely not least is a project called DoubleZero. Now, DoubleZero already has technically launched their token, or they did that earlier October. But there's a lot of speculation for those who participate in what they're doing because they've grown tremendously, and some of the opportunities exist in staking SOL. So you can stake SOL and receive DZ SOL, which is DoubleZero, a liquid token earning rewards and promoting validator decentralization. So essentially, DoubleZero is a focus on decentralizing validators, and more specifically in the Solana ecosystem. Now, there's a couple of different ways to participate, how to set some of these up. Also, a little bit more on the complicated side, but this is the basic understanding with where it stands right now post token launch and some of the opportunities potentially down the road as far as airdrops. So right now there's the contributor staking portion, social quest, and this was on BNB. So if you're on BNB Alpha, you were able to get an airdrop, but there are some opportunities as far as liquid mining, staking, early contributor airdrops. There's no guarantees for future airdrops, but a lot of the opportunities for future potential airdrops are available through the likes of this DePIN protocol. But that said, I'd love to hear your thoughts on DePIN as a whole, and more specifically on a lot of these projects pre-TGE, a lot of incentivizations. They have incentivized testnets. Let me know which one is your favorite down in the comment section below. All the links are going to be down below in the description. If you enjoyed this video, smash up the like. You enjoy content like this, consider subscribing. Until next time, guys, stay invested.